Hi everyone. TGIF. That means yes, let's go to Fridays. Now it means that I'm ready for Friday. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you got big plans. Yesterday I had the opportunity to go to Disneyland and I saw the electric light parade. Really fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's cool. So today's topic was brought to you by a viewer yesterday who was very concerned about how much porn he was watching, and I thought, why don't we discuss it? Whenever anybody is concerned about something, I think it's important to discuss it. Hi David, hi Alex. Welcome everybody from Instagram and in Indonesia, cool, and everybody in YouTube land. Hi, Mr. Pirate Brain and Alex and Eddie, and so people, there's a lot of commotion here. Hi, Paulson. You spent listening to Cam and I on the podcast. That's awesome. If anybody hasn't had a chance to check out our podcast, we are the number 3 on Esquire's Top 10 Sex Podcasts. Number 3, woohoo! Oh, you watched it together. Yeah, I'm so glad everybody's able to watch and listen together. It's such a good thing to bring everybody together. Love that, Sawman. That's great news. Hi, Terraformer, and hi, Effelinger, and Doris Goza, and Kay Smitty, and Just Simple Life. And Alex, you're finally 18. Yay, you can join us on the live stream. 3 more months to your trip to Vegas. Oh my God, we're not counting the days, are we? Hi. Okay, so I want to get right into the whole porn thing. I know that everyone's concerns might be that they might be watching a little too much porn. The thing with porn is that it's no one talks about it, so it's something that people consume a lot in private, and you could really have some consequences without even knowing it. It's like trying heroin for the first time or something like that and not realizing that it can ruin your life and it's addictive. Now, I'm not saying it's the same thing as heroin. I'm just saying that if you have a compulsive personality, it could lead to problems. So David, you watch too much porn. Hi, John. So yeah, I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to explain a little bit about my thoughts on it. Even, you know, that I've interviewed plenty of porn stars and that I enjoy talking to porn stars. So, I mean, I have several people that I talk to that I really enjoy, what they have to say, and I think they have a lot of good points and why they went into porn for different reasons, and it's interesting to me. And what they say about penis size and all that kind of stuff, I think it's important. But what they don't say, and what most people don't realize, is that just like alcohol and just like gambling and all the stuff that you can do and not realize, even eating, if you've got a personality that tends to get addicted to stuff, it could be really dangerous. What are your thoughts? Mercury, do you like Mercury and Diamond? Yes, of course I do. Actually, we're going to do a video together one of these days. My son he's working somewhere. I don't know where he is right now. But anyway, you guys will, if you want to see more of him and myself, there's a lot of videos that we've already taped together, and there's stuff on Sex Stuff with My Mom's YouTube channel. But it would be great if you guys listen to the podcast because it's hilarious. Let's see. Mertilax. It's very odd to me that people go into porn. It's a profession that you can close you off from future opportunities. You wanted a hug. Okay. So anyway, thank you, Yellow Dog. I'm getting very ADD right now. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So back to what I was saying. By the way, there's a lot of people watching on YouTube, so make sure you give a thumbs up to this video as soon as possible, and don't forget, and I appreciate all the thumbs up, and of course I appreciate if you go to my Patreon page and become a member. Some of you on Instagram are members. When I appreciate the membership on Patreon, it's really helping me, since, as you guys may have guessed, I don't get any money very little money from YouTube. Okay, so back to the porn thing. Brendan, you're addicted to me. That's a healthy addiction because I'm trying to give out all like good messages and important things about everything from dating, sex, relationships, to cougars, to everything. So my main concern right now is that this guy said to me he thinks he might be addicted to porn, and what should he do? So what I suggest you do, and I really don't think you're going to want to hear this, but if you feel like you might be addicted to it, try not watching it for at least 1 month. Just try and see how that affects you, because what happens is that porn is the kind of thing that you start watching it and maybe you'll be excited about just even seeing a naked woman. But then what happens is that once you start getting more and more involved, you start checking out different types of genres. And then before you know it, you could be into some crazy kinky stuff. And then normal sex, normal meaning just two people having intercourse sex, does not even excite you. And if you're not in a relationship with someone, it could be really scary because you might use that instead of finding a relationship. And I've told this story before here, but I will tell it again, that there was a guy that I was seeing who I had called him up. I told him I had a hotel room for us to go to, and he was hemming and hawing and thinking about not coming. And I'm like, why not coming? And he said because it'd be easier if he just stayed home and watched porn and jerk off. So that's when you think you might have a little problem with porn. So this is, okay, so Al Mertelx is saying, if you're addicted, go to rehab, find a 12-step program, LOL. It is seriously, it is not an LOL. It's a serious issue. And there are 12-step programs for it, just like there are 12-step programs for everything. It is affect our body when we masturbate while watching porn. Yes, it is going to affect your body. Also, that's another thing. Thank you for bringing that up. What happens when you start watching only porn to get off is that you tend to watch the most exciting thing you can, and it goes really, you want to get it done, really, boom, 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 you're done. What the problem with that is that it's teaching your body to have come really quickly, and that's not necessarily going to work when you're with a girl or a man or whoever you're with. You don't want to come too fast because you're missing the whole foreplay part. You're missing the whole, the act of intercourse as being something that maybe you want to extend more than a few minutes or however long it takes you. So I'm not this anti-porn person by any means, but I'm saying that take some time and get to know yourself and figure out if you might be masturbating too much, too often, too quickly to porn. And the kind of porn that you're watching. I mean, I'm open here to answer any questions about it. What do porn stars think about porn? And Koki, I have asked them the same thing, and they're frequently porn stars will tell me they don't even watch porn. Obviously some of them are doing it for the money, and some of it doing it for the love and the money, and some of it are doing it because they just really love sex, and some of it are doing it because they have no other way of making an income. So a lot of people are doing it for a lot of different reasons, but the best thing to do is to realize that it's not an educational tool. It really is a fantasy. It really is some directors or writers or creators of porn trying to make money by making a video that they think that men or women who are watching it are going to like. But that does not mean that that's how most women or men are going to want to have sex. So the best porn stars have said that to me. As a matter of fact, if you go back and watch my most recent video with Brianna Banks, she will talk to you. I mean, she says a lot about that too. So there's a couple recent videos with her, and obviously there's other videos that I do quite frequently. So, I keep thinking that I turn my phone off, but I don't turn my phone off. I don't understand this phone. My phones are all screwy. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. It's on a blue moon and it still comes through. Thank you, Gustavo. So you find it in, let's see, Mr. Pirate Brain says, I think live women help prevent sex addiction because with porn you can watch it all day, but with real sex, the stars have to align to have sex, and you can't normally have sex every day, all day. Good point, but if you're really involved with porn, you may not even want to bother with women. So that's what scares me. You thumbs up the video. Thank you, David. Let's see. Koki, I heard a lot of horror stories about porn, how the males have to choke the woman and slap them because that's the only way they can get off. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's very, very frightening, right? So I don't know if you're talking about porn stars or if you're talking about people that are watching porn. So a lot of people are asking me if I met Julie. Shush, Gus. A lot of people are asking me if I met specific porn stars. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all the porn stars that if you go to just if you type in porn in the search bar, you'll see which ones I've talked to already. Quite a few. And believe me, I think that someone like Nina Hartley, she's educational when she talks about porn to me, for example. So you might want to watch that instead of watching actual porn, because it is kind of scary. And I think it's getting more and more perverse because of the fact that a lot of people are doing it like just amateur-wise. So Elmer Tax is saying, oh no, who said the no fap? No fap is the key. That means no masturbating and no porn, just cold turkey. And it says, I think no fap is not for everyone. Quitting porn is enough for certain people, and for some, quitting masturbation is better. So, yeah, I don't want you to quit masturbating because I think that's going to really back you up and it's going to make you very uncomfortable. You might have to do it for a little while if you can only masturbate to porn, but I would say that the most important thing right now is to try to have your mind be your porn, because there's nothing wrong with that. When you're masturbating, you should think about whatever you want to think about and have whatever fantasy you want to think about, but it will keep you away from just that quick instant fix which you get from the porn itself. David, I masturbate to porn a lot, and I also masturbate to pictures of naked and semi-naked pictures of women that I download on my Android phone. I mean, I think if I was going to choose between the two, I think pictures are better because that way at least your mind is using your own fantasies as opposed to just watching something that is not real. See, what happens is, especially if you're young and you start watching porn, you start thinking this is how real sex is, and it's not. I mean, that's what Brianna Banks said. She's like, in real life, you're not going to find a woman that likes to be what she calls pile-driven, which sounds like really frightening, but it's almost like a yoga pose of some sort. 50 Shades of Grey porn. How to say cougar that I like her. Okay, I don't know. Alex, I'm not sure what you're asking. Eddie. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. I thought it was you, Karen. What are you talking about? Okay, let's see. Curtis. I like watching women rubbing their pussies through their panties when I watch porn. What? Oh, so that's what type of porn you like. Okay, this video is not about what kind of porn you like. This video that I'm doing is to talk about what happens if you feel like you are too involved with it, if you're watching it too much, if it's interfering with your life. If you'd rather not go out and watch porn, that's interfering with your life. There's little telltale signs. Yeah, and those are what I'm talking about. Oh, I met Nina Hartley in 2014 in Exotica. She's one heck of a sex teacher. Yeah, she is a sex teacher, but her videos, from early on or whatever, when she was, playing out whatever the director's fantasy was, is probably not educational. When she talks about sex, and she does that, I mean, I'm friends with her, so we talk about sex all the time. She's really, really knowledgeable about sex, probably the most knowledgeable person I know. But at the same time, I don't think she'd recommend watching porn 24/7 either. Oh, Eddie, you thought the barking dog was me. No, I have 2 dogs, and they sometimes don't cooperate, especially the little one when he hears a noise. Alex, Karen, I want to ask you that I don't know why I like cougars. Can you tell me why I like cougars? I don't know. Alex, okay. Thank you, Yellow Dog. I'm the coolest. I think you like cougars because you like confident older women. I think you like someone who is sure of herself, who doesn't play games, who is independent, who has, a good personality that works for you. So that's about cougars, but we can talk about that on another video. But okay, what's Exotica Bean? And I probably will be there this year. It's in Chicago and other places, but I'm going to be the one in Chicago because that's where I live. I'll talk about sexting another time, the 3 R. So Exotica is where a lot of there are porn stars, webcam girls there, but there are also all kinds of different products that are displayed, sex toys, anything related to sex, lingerie, lubes, candies, you name it, everything you could think about sex is at Exotica. And it's a fun place to go. It's very high energy, and they have, I enjoy it. So I've gone the last few years. I've met a lot of porn stars there. I've met a lot of interesting people, advertisers that want me to talk about their products, that kind of thing. So I go there every year. Karen, is it true that you masturbate too much? Is it true that if you masturbate too much, hair grows on your hands? Bonker, bonker. Bonker, bonker. I think you know the answer to that. Let's see. The Shallow. Is there a consistent answer that porn stars give you when you interview them, like all the women are insecure, etc.? No. I don't think I have not interviewed one porn star that thought that she was insecure or he was insecure. But they did say that there are younger girls that are insecure, or girls that are just getting into industry. And when people get into it, obviously they're going to be much more insecure than the ones who've been in it for a long time. I think it takes a certain type of personality to stay in it for the long haul and make it a business, because I think that it's an industry that there's a lot of abuse in it. Hello to everyone here on Instagram. I don't know where these names come up because it's so hard for me to pronounce them. So I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing them. But thank you for all the loves and the hello princess and all that kind of stuff. A new background. You're happy that I have a new background. It's really just my computer turned a different way, because I know I'm going to try to make a very cozy environment in my Chicago location, which I will be going to in just 2 weeks. I'll be going back to my hometown, Chicago. Be your foot slave and fetish for well-worn slippers. Can I buy your slippers, please? Sure, buy me slippers. Okay? Go to my Patreon page and sign up, and there's a wish list there of all the things I love, and I'll put slippers on there, okay? Oh my goodness. Sometimes you guys crack me up. Everybody at one point or another loves cougars. That's right, Eddie. It's normal. Yes. Yes, Bean, it's a convention. I used to come 90 direwolf. I used to come a lot longer because of porn during sex. What's a proper time to last during sex? I used to come a lot longer because of porn during sex. What is a proper time to last during sex? Oh, so in other words, when you're watching porn, you come like this. But then when you're with a woman, it takes you a lot longer time. Is that what you're trying to say? If that is the case, that's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no proper time to last during sex, but if if you're with somebody, they probably don't want you to go inside them and come immediately. It kind of ruins the whole enjoyment of the intercourse part for a woman, especially if she hasn't climaxed and she wants to feel you inside her, and then you come within 2 seconds. It's very annoying. Oh, you want to buy my old slippers? Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. You can buy my old slippers. Craziness. All right. Hi, Paul. Hi, let's see. Mr. Piper, I travel a lot to Chicago. Yeah, I do. I have family in Chicago and friends. A lot of friends in Chicago, because you worked in how many porn movies? Monty? No. I didn't work in any porn movies. I have friends that worked in porn movies. Okay, hope that, maybe I should have made that clear from the start. I'm not a porn star. I am not a porn star. What's your number one porn to watch, Joe? If I'm going to watch porn, which, like I said, it's very infrequent. It's not frequent, because I don't want to be addicted to anything. That's how I am with everything. And moderation is the key of life. So if I had to watch something, it's not going to be very graphic. I like more like, something like The Casting Couch or something like that, where it's like kind of, it's not real, but it's fun and it's nothing graphic. Paul says, Karen, Chicago's a toddling town. Chicago, the toddling town. Okay, let's see. I think you can put the penis size question to rest if you produce a sex education video with a man and a small penis with Tina Hartley. Yes. Karen, I'm a grounded person, Yellow Dog. Thank you. I try to be grounded, and that's why like I'm doing this, because enough of you guys are scared that you're too addicted to porn. What porn do you watch? Soft or hardcore? Alex is asking me, which I just said. Like, if I watch porn, which is, like I said, it's not a frequent thing because I don't want to be addicted to anything like that. And I also have a boyfriend and I kind of don't want to be involved with that. So I like it if it's just like something more of a psychological thing than an actual, women tend to like more of a plot when it comes to porn. Guys like, I just want to see some sex. Curtis, why is it so hard for a man to find toys to masturbate to and women can masturbate with just about anything? Not fair. Curtis, in my description box, you get 15% off of all sex toys from Lilo. And someone else asked me that. And if you mention KarenLee, is it KarenLee? I think KarenLee 15. KarenLee 15 in the checkout code on Lilo, they have a whole male section on sex toys. They're not cheap, but they're very, very good quality. So just buy yourself one. If you think it's not fair, buy yourself whatever you want there. It's not hard to find it, and it's going to be in my description box here. I know it's here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. There we go. Here it is. Favorite sex toys are by this company called Lilo. I'm going to put it right here for any of you guys that are interested in buying male sex toys. Karen, I don't like your fan. I am your fan. Karen, you don't like your fan. I am your fan. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, gosh, what is going on here? I remember you interviewed Alexis Golden. She said she's a size queen. Is that common for female porn stars? That's a good question. Shalom asks if porn stars are size queens. And truthfully, I have interviewed a dozen women that are porn stars, and every one of them, except Alexis Golden, said it's not the size at all that they care about, and they're not size queens, and they have obviously been used to very large objects being put into their vaginas. They said it's whether the guy knows what to do with it and how much pleasing that they do to the woman. Porn changes the neural pathways in the brain of men. Grandilo King. Exactly. That's exactly right. So back to what porn does to you. It actually is changing your brain chemistry. That's what's so scary about it. And that's what people don't talk about. And that's why I'm talking about it now. Okay? Be very, very careful about it. Eddie, Nina, and Karen in a video. Well, we've done little small videos together that are just fun getting a pedicure things. And I've taken pictures with her, and if you want to see those, it's on my Patreon page. I just saw 50 Shades Darker, 2 hours. I won't go back. I do not think I'll be going to see that either. Machine action sexy body. Do not know what that means. By David. Okay, Alexis is the exception that confirms the rule. Yeah, right. She's the only one that said that size was important to her. The rest of them are very, very into just having someone who knows what they're doing. That is real important to someone like Brianna Banks. Just said the exact same thing. She said, I really think if the guy knows how to do oral, it's way more important to do oral than it is to worry about your size. And if you're listening to what the woman likes and you're watching her reactions, that's more important. And get rid of the porn. Don't think of the porn. That's the reason that a lot of people have the size thing. It's because of porn. We're back to porn again. Porn is telling you, oh, you've got to have this big giganto cock to get a girl off. And it's completely false. It's false. And if you think that way and you watch a lot of porn, you're going to have your own ego damaged by it because you're going to think, I don't have that big dick, so I'm not going to be able to please a woman. And it's false. Okay? Please listen to me on this one. If you really want to help yourself and you think you're watching too much porn, just try stopping it for a month. That'll tell you how addicted you are. If you can't go a day or two without porn, you're addicted. Okay? According to you, who's the best female porn star of all time and how many movies she worked in? Okay, according to me, it's Nina Hartley. Because she's a very, very bright woman and she's done, I don't know, thousands and thousands. She's done since, I think, the 80s. She was in Boogie Nights. But if you're going to listen to Nina Hartley, don't watch her porn. go listen to some of the discussions she and I have had on my YouTube channel, because then you'll really understand how important it is for you to learn about sex. And you can learn about it from someone like Nina, who talks about what to do if your cock is too small or too big or too this or too that. And she's going to teach you how to kiss and oral sex and all the stuff that someone like that who's done a lot knows. Does porn cause problems like premature ejaculation, common men? Yes. I forgot to mention that. That's what it's called when you come too quickly, premature ejaculation. If you are only watching porn and you're coming really quickly, what do you think you're training your dick to do? Yeah. What do you think you're training your dick to do? Does that answer your question? Karen, my feed stinks, so I am signing out, but you rock. Thank you, Yellow Dog. Yellow Dog, go to YouTube, and it's very simple. You go to subscribe and turn on your notifications, and you'll hear about every time I'm on, and you can watch me there. The only reason I do it on Instagram is because some people only watch me on Instagram. So cross-pollinate, guys or girls. Let's see. I want to be a fly on the wall to those gatherings, Eddie. Okay, go to Patreon. You'll get a little bit of a glimpse. No porn, reboot of testosterone and mental clarity. Grandy Low King, how did you learn all this? Thank you. This necklace is a piece of jade, and it's a Buddha, because I'm very into that feeling of calm and serenity and all that kind of stuff. Karen, what song or type of music gets you in the mood? Let's get it on. Okay, you know what? It's funny that you asked me that question, because it's a good question, Zuklu. I literally can find a way to get in the mood with any kind of music. Maybe not like hoedown music, like bluegrass or something like that. But pretty much any kind of music, depending on like if I'm in a wilder mood or in a more of like a mellow mood, or anyway. Give a plain kiss. Joe Jackson? Yeah, I mean, I could be like, I can go from one extreme to the other. I could do Marvin Gaye to Jack Johnson. I mean, it could be anything. It could be for some sugar on a baby. I mean, anything. Oh my God, this guy really wants to buy my old worn slippers. What do you guys think? Should I sell him my old worn slippers, and how much should I sell them for? It is something spiritual about my necklace, and it feels like spiritual. Okay, let's see. Grandy Lokeen said, men must reprogram their brain to be turned on by the presence of an actual woman and not the phone screen. How do you know all this, Grandelicant King? Because I agree with you 100%. You're all going to have, if you are watching this because you saw my notification that said how much is too much porn, you are already thinking to yourself, you might be watching too much porn. You need to reprogram the brain. If you go to my son's, not that he was addicted to porn, but he tried the 21-day masturbation challenge. If you go to Sex Talk with My Mom, that's YouTube, or just Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm going to put it here. My Sex Talk with My Mom's website, which, if you just turned in, and by the way, make sure you give thumbs up over here. But if you just tuned in, and you missed the part where I told you that my podcast that I do with my son, who's a stand-up comedian, it's very, very funny. His name is Cameron, but we call him Cam. Anyway, Cam and I do a podcast, and it's called Sex Talk with My Mom, and we were just rated by Esquire magazine number three of the top 10 sex podcasts out there, which there are a lot out there. So I'm very excited about this. And obviously there's some interest in this. And if you go there, it would be so wonderful to just rate it. Just give it a 5-star rating, even if it's just the 5 stars, or write a review or whatever, because that really helps us on iTunes get momentum. So I really if you want to ever help me and say thank you for any of the information I've given you, because a lot of you are saying thank you, please go to iTunes and type in Sex Talk with My Mom and write a rating and review. That would be great. Let's see. Paul says I should ask for $1,000 for the slippers. Okay. He asked kiss, you give kiss, I ask hug, I get, how do I give you a hug, Alex? This is a hug. Happy birthday. Eddie thinks this is fun stuff. Good. If he wants $1,000, sell him the slippers and throw in the panties. Next thing I know, I won't have any clothes left because I'll be selling all my belongings. Let's see. Are you a veritable cougar? Let's go, Beretta. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I have a boyfriend. He's been on this YouTube channel and Instagram a few times. So if you want to see it, scroll down YouTube and it's Meet My Boyfriend. And you can meet him. Let's see. Okay, it looks like I just realized it's already been 30 minutes and it's time to go. Aw, this was fun. I really would appreciate it if you would make sure to give the thumbs up. I love you all very much. I don't know if I'll be around this weekend, but if I am, I'll notify you ahead of time, and you gotta subscribe here on YouTube or Instagram. Just turn your notifications on both and you'll be notified when I'm on. It's usually around this time in the morning, but I can't guarantee that on the weekends. If there's anything that you want to discuss with me, put it in the comment section below. If you're watching this later on, you can still give a thumbs up. You can still go to iTunes and give a rating and review. And I'd be happy to answer any questions in the future. And sometimes you have to know when to take a break. From porn, absolutely, Bryson. Okay, it's time. Bye-bye. I like you too, Alex. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Thank you for all the Mother's Day wishes. I really think that's wonderful. I am looking forward to spending some time with my kids on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Make sure you all go up and give your moms big kisses, and give your friends that are mothers big kisses, and give your girlfriends who are mothers big kisses, or if you're a girl, give yourself a big kiss. Thank you, Bryson, and thank you, Bean, and thank you, Alex. Okay, I will talk to you next time. Until then, bye-bye.